Now this film is a sequel to a movie that I previously reviewed on this channel, Problem Child 2. Coming out in 1991, this movie was rushed to completion and released just under a year after the first one. Directed by Brian Levant, this sequel has Ben Healy, played by John Ritter, and his son Junior, played by Michael Oliver, move across the country from the fictional Cold River, Illinois, to the fictional Mortville, Oregon. Planning on having a fresh start, Junior is slightly better behaved at times for his father and looks forward to spending one-on-one time together. However, it turns out that Mortville has a large divorcee population, and Ben soon begins dating, much to the displeasure of Junior.
Hi, I wanted to welcome you to our little neighborhood, so I baked you a cherry pie.
How thoughtful.
Soon after, Ben's father, Big Ben, played by Jack Warden, comes to stay with them after having lost his money in bad investments.
How'd he find us?
You rascal.
Also returning from the original is Igor Peabody, now a principal of Junior's new school. Played by Gilbert Gottfried, Peabody is instantly distressed by Junior's presence, not to mention his farting.
Oh! You disgusting, flatulating kid! Whoa! I just had a new paint job, too!
Ben begins falling in love with a beautiful school nurse named Annie Young, played by Amy Yasbeck.
Your son saved the school. He put out a fire.
Did anyone ask him how it started? Because...
Her daughter Trixie, played by Ivy Ann Schwan, is another problem child and often goes head-to-head with Junior.
Next time you'll listen to me.
In one memorable scene, she lights an M80 and flushes it down the school toilet, just as their teacher, about to shit his pants, sits on the toilet and it explodes. The villain of the film is a rich bitch named Lawanda, played by actress Lorraine Newman, who plans to marry Ben and send Junior away.
I am gonna marry your daddy. And when I do, you're gonna be on the first plane to boarding school. In Baghdad!
Junior and Trixie have to work as a team to get their parents together before it is too late. Now, unlike the first Problem Child, which was rated PG, this film was actually rated R by the MPAA.
I hate clowns! This woman is busting my balls!
They had to remove a sentence where Junior called his father pussy whipped, and it finally received a PG-13 rating. Jack Warden has a funny role as the grandfather, still tired of Junior's misbehaving ways.
You little psycho. This time you've gone too far.
Shut your trap.
You're an evil boy.
Amy Yasbeck, who portrayed Ben's self-centered wife Flo in the first film, returns in this movie portraying a different character, a much nicer, sweeter character.
It's them!
Who?
It's him, and it's her, and they're together! And he has his flatulence problem, and he's eating a pizza.
While not as successful as the original, this one still performed decent at the box office, pulling in $32 million in the summer of 1991. The soundtrack includes a song called Saved by Love by Canadian rock singer Rick Emmett, which went to number 17 on the Canadian charts. One thing I did not like about this film is that I found it to be a little too silly and unrealistic, even compared to the first movie. However, one thing this movie does benefit from is the return of nearly all of the original cast. John Ritter, Jack Warden, Amy Yasbeck, Michael Oliver, and Gilbert Gottfried all return to star, giving this movie an advantage missing from many sequels. In fact, in 2012, the surviving cast met up for a reunion to help support the John Ritter Foundation, set up to raise awareness about aortic health. I will go ahead and give it 7 out of 10 stars, 1 star less than the original, and recommend that if you've seen Problem Child, you should go ahead and see Problem Child 2.